goes quiet on the Aaron Judge front. What's the latest, Sween, with Aaron Judge?
Yeah, I mean, there hasn't been a whole lot out there, Sal, and I think is it probably good news for the Yankees? Maybe just a little bit. I think you have to look at it this way. Until you start hearing other teams are hosting Aaron Judge, the Giants have him in, the Dodgers have him in, then that's probably a little good news for the Yankees. So far, all you've heard is that the Yankees have had multiple conversations, and that's fine. You're still in the early stages here. Aaron Judge is not going to make a decision yet right away, so I don't think it's terrible news. I think the Yankees are fine right now until you start hearing that he's visiting other places, because that's when it starts getting into his head, maybe starts getting to other people around him, gets to their head. What will we look like in San Francisco? What will we look like in L.A.? That's when things start to heat up a little bit.
Now, Harp, you think he's coming back to the Yankees. Why do you think Judge will be back?
Look, the wild card for me is does he want to go home? If he wants to go home, and there's not much I don't think the Yankees can do, but other than that, I think the Yankees have to be the highest bidder. I think it's too much is riding here for the Yankees and for Hal Steinbrenner. I mean, I've said it before. Hal Steinbrenner, he gets booed as it is when he shows up at Yankee Stadium now with the Jeter thing this year. How can he afford not to bring back the guy who had the greatest season in one of the greatest seasons in Major League history? So, and this offense would be a below-average offense without him, depending on what else they would do. But so I think they have to go to the top of the bidding scale. Whatever those bids come in, you're going to see, as Sweeney said, we're going to see how it shakes out, because you're going to start to hear things eventually. I don't think the Yankees come in second here.
Yeah, and we will draw the line a little bit later as far as how far we'd go for a contract with Aaron Judge. Danny, you think the Yankees are in a spot here because of the lack of other quality options out there? They have to bring him back no matter what?
Yeah, and by the way, to answer your question, I would like a nap before the baseball season starts again. I know you need a nap. I know you do too.
Before the show, for sure.
Before the show starts, I need a nap before the season starts. But yes, they have to bring Aaron Judge back for a multitude of reasons. Number one, who's going to play right field for you? You're not going to bring up Jason Dominguez. You're not going to get the same production from the guys that you already have on your team. You have a versatile player in Aaron Judge. He played center field and right field. He didn't make an error this season. On top of that, he's a guy who can produce for you in the lineup in multiple different spots. Do I think he's going to hit 62 home runs again this coming season? He might, Harp. He might. I don't have the money to bet on it, but I will say you can't replace that kind of production on what he's been able to do. But I think the key here is that we know that this is not George's team. This is Hal's team. Sweeney, you probably can speak to that better than
Well,
anybody.
funny you should say that, Danny. So, Sweeney, I'm sure you're sick and tired.
TV pro right
Yeah,
here.
exactly. I just need to be here. Let me go back home. All right, Sweeney, look, you're like me, sick and tired of hearing it, all the calls to FAN over the years. If George was still around, this would be happening. Well, he's not, unfortunately. What does that mean, though, for the Judge negotiations that it's Hal and not George?
I don't think it means anything terribly different for this particular negotiation. The Yankees know how much they need Judge back. I mean, think of it in these terms, for Judge especially. If the Yankees don't bring back Aaron Judge, who's on the cover of every publication the Yankees are going to put out? Who's in every advertisement? You have no idea right now. So Judge is essential there. But I think it's, I think the thing that we think about when the Yankees lose in the ALCS again to the Astros, you think, all right, don't just sign Judge, sign this guy, that guy, fire this guy, fire that guy, bring in somebody else. And that's not Hal's way. Sure, he does have times when he spends a lot of money, like he did after the 08 season, after the 13 season, butting guys. But Hal isn't George, and he basically told us why in 2021 when asked specifically about the different things that his father used to do compared to the way he does business when his dad would fire people at will. This is a direct quote from Hal Steinbrenner. He didn't like the way that it turned out sometimes, and he didn't like the way he was criticized for it sometimes. This is his son. In the 1980s, Hal Steinbrenner was a teenager, and his dad was getting roasted over the coals in New York media and from fans for every time he fired somebody or did something crazy. Listen, I don't have a degree in psychology, but I can draw that line. I think Hal was pretty much affected by how his father did things, how it was perceived, and he just runs things a little bit differently.